everybody, and welcome to Sacramento, California at the Golden One Center. We have an explosive episode for Monday Night Raw. And we're going to start with Bron Breakker. Looks like he's got something to say stepping into the ring. And there you heard it from Carmelo Hayes. He accepts Bron Breakker's challenge if he doesn't win King of the Ring. Again, everybody, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Let me break kayfabe a little bit. So, usually I've been reading the promos, but when I write the promos, I like to think I'm the characters. And my voice does not come across as Bron Breakker's voice, or Carmelo Hayes' voice, or Stone Cold Steve Austin's voice. Here you have Solo Sikoa. I warned you, you didn't listen. Obviously, a big warning there to Shawn Michaels and company. But I thought it would be best if I didn't read promo. To allow your brain to really pick up their voices and kind of run with the dialogue. I feel like it's better suited with that. And also the pacing and cadence of the promos. I used to have to rewind it and kind of read over the promo and then stretch the clips or duplicate the clips in order to match that length at my pace and my cadence and things like that. And those are things that'll be included in the new videos where you'll see the promo dialogue a little bit longer. But I think it's best if I don't read them. Really, it's up to y'all. I just want to have some abstract or subjectivity when it comes to these voices, because I know all in our head, if we talk like The Rock, we sound like The Rock, right? But if we try to sound like The Rock, we probably won't sound like The Rock. Makes sense? I feel like it does. But regardless, thank you for your support tonight on Monday Night Raw. We are opening with Lyra Valkyria, the women's IC champ, and Asuka. Asuka, of course, with Damage Control on her side, which is Dakota Kai. And then in the back, behind Lyra, is Roxanne Perez. Begrudgingly, she's out here to support Lyra as best as she can. Of course, Dakota Kai beat her within an inch of her life the week before. Something unlike we've ever seen from Dakota Kai. And now we're going to see Lyra hopefully get some revenge on Dakota and Damage Control. Her and Dakota Kai facing off at Clash of the Castle for the Women's Intercontinental Championship in Hell in a Cell. It's looking to be an ecstatic match card, which we have almost no matches, but let me tell you, some things are working, some things are being pulled together, some things are being tied very tightly to lead into Clash and lead into SummerSlam. And also, I've received some good ideas, some great ideas in the comments. Somebody said, what if somebody challenged The Rock for the TKO board position? I thought, what a fantastic idea. We are probably going to include that. And it might be as soon as SummerSlam. Trust me, I got seeds. They're planted. It takes a while to set everything up, but once the dominoes fall, they start falling. And Asuka doing a whole bunch of nothing there. Again, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for the subscriptions. I, in my honest opinion, I already have King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring film. I've been on vacation this whole week, and it was the perfect time to record. And as of recording this is Friday, so SmackDown is going to air live on the USA Network. But on this Friday is when I'm recording and releasing it. This video was already done. I just needed to do audio. SmackDown for Monday is already done as well. And I already have everything I need for the next final episodes of Raw and SmackDown and Clash at the Castle. I'm ahead of schedule, baby. Y'all making me work, all right? Lyra taunting, and Asuka gonna go back and forth with Lyra, Valkyria, and Asuka. Now, some people I have seen, not directly from my videos, from other people, the frequency of these strike battles. I will say, maybe I don't like the frequency of them, but I like them because they give bruising and body damage. And because of that, I love seeing them every time. Lyra Valkyria with some educated feet and hands. Scissor kick to the top. My goodness, she's still going. Scissor kick to the top of the head again. And Lyra now slapping the face paint off Asuka's face. Huge drop kick landing Asuka on the outside of the ring, and Lyra Valkyria is fired up. Somebody also asked me, huge slingshot over the top rope, if this is based on the real WWE. Lyra losing her focus, trying to go after Dakota. And Lyra just kind of stuck in the mud there, contemplating whether she wants to attack Dakota Kai or not. And Asuka, and she starts striking Iyo Sky and Dakota. Lyra has lost an enziguri to Kairi Sane, and now Damage Control is going to beat up Lyra, and the ref is standing there. But Dakota Kai gets thrown out of the ring. Dakota Kai is gone for hitting Lyra Valkyria. The ref wants a clean fight, and Roxanne Perez distracting Asuka enough, but the ref is fixing the turnbuckle pad. Somebody asked if, sorry, there was a lot going on there. I have to break kayfabe quite a bit. Somebody asked if this was based upon the real WWE universe. It is, but I'm branching it out based on like what I would like to see storyline-wise, character-wise. Like, for example, Lyra's Intercontinental Championship reign has not been good, in my opinion. It has not been worthwhile. Her feuds have been none, and she beat Dakota Kai twice, and that to me, not really great look. So what can we do with that? Well, a lot of people love Dakota Kai right now. Feels like she's incredibly underrated. I do too. What happens if we just see her go crazy for a little bit, losing 3 straight times against Lyra Valkyria? Roxanne Perez distracting this referee, and Asuka trying to put in the Asuka lock, and Lyra reverse roundhouse kick to Asuka's face. Lyra going to the top rope. Frog splash to Asuka. Huge move there. Lyra hits her finisher, but the ref is distracted again. And that's a 2 count. Another thing you're going to see at King and Queen of the Ring to prepare you are CPU matchups. That's a lot of matches to play, and I don't mind playing them. But this is a huge opportunity for me. Springboard, missile drop kick, and Asuka's now in control. If the CPU faces each other based on my booking, then there could be some surprises. Then I'll force my booking to be a little bit different. If I just book everything straight up, then some of it I get lost in the crosshairs where I'm like, I could do this, I could do that. Lyra Valkyria with the roll-up. Bridging. Maybe this is enough. 2 count. I get lost in the crosshairs. So by having a CPU-only and women's king and queen of the ring. God, saying that is just a word salad. Lyra, fancy feet again. Snapmare. Looked like she was going for a basement drop kick, but threw Asuka's timing off and went for the shoulder anyway. The CPU matchups have led to some very interesting results, and it's going to force my booking to be a little bit interesting. I'll say that. And Lyra with the roll-up again, trying to get out of here because the distractions are causing the ref to lose focus. Lyra taking a moment and taunting there. Maybe not the best sign for damage control. Lyra kicking Kairi Sane over there. Now getting distracted with Iyo Sky as Iyo rolls her back into the ring. Asuka going for a huge kick there, but Lyra, Irish whip into the bear buckle. My goodness. It's reversed and Lyra takes it back first. This is something the ref has been struggling with all evening long. These damn these turnbuckles. And that is the match, I think. Lyra's back. Her face dead in the water. And Asuka and Damage Control get another one-up on Lyra Valkyria. This is the first time Damage Control has got their hands dirty with the Lyra situation. But I do think now Lyra is a bit overwhelmed, not having the support that she needs. And Asuka beats her. Of course, no women's tag titles in my universe mode. I'm sorry. And what do we have here? Jacob Fatu in the backstage camera putting Devon Dudley through a table. Is he going to be able to compete tonight? That's deadly. If Jacob Fatu is on your radar, then that's it. Iyo Sky stays in the ring facing Bianca Belair for a Queen of the Ring match. Winner will get to the final four. And Bianca Belair attempting to hold power over Iyo, but Io's finesse is something to be baffled by. It's not human. Her agility might only be able to be matched by Bianca Belair, and Bianca is bigger, she's stronger. So that's something to say. Kick to the midsection, going with the overhead forearm, and Iyo roll up chest stomp. And side note, I do know a lot of these moves, but recording them in due time. Missile drop kick, recording them live. My autism, because I do have autism. And Iyo jumping off the apron there. My autism does not allow for my brain to connect the words. So instead, I'll just get a word salad from myself. Iyo dragging Bianca out of the ring after dismantling the table. Iyo dragging Bianca, but Bianca's not willing to be put through that table. And Iyo reversing. Roundhouse kick. That was a spinning heel kick, but whatever. Iyo begging Bianca to come on. Springboard. Crossbody to Bianca right in front of the announcer's table. It's a miracle that nobody was concussed there. And also, my last episode for SmackDown, it's my apologies. If you ever hear me get excited but like quiet, that's because my 5-year-old is asleep and I'm trying not to wake him up. But he is not in the house right now, so I'm being as loud and as rambunctious as possible because this is how I would typically record it. Iyo Sky springboard frog splash on Bianca's back, immobilizing her further. Iyo hinting that it might be close. And Bianca trying to roll up here. And Iyo reversing. Knees to the gut. I think quite possibly Iyo might be the dark horse in this if she can pull it off. I know her and Bianca have had some things in the past, but Rhea Ripley is now on SmackDown. We haven't even seen Charlotte. Who knows where Charlotte is? Maybe she's working that Brock Lesnar schedule. The Queen has won the title and just kind of stayed away for an ungodly amount of times. Sit down powerbomb by Bianca. Now expressing that power on Iyo's back. Bianca's got her in a hold. Iyo tries to run. Missile dropkick to the leg there, immobilizing her. Hurricanrana to Bianca. Both of these women fighting their tails off. I don't know what Iyo's doing there. Bianca going for the roll-up again. Iyo just trying to put Bianca away. Might seem like a thing that she cannot do. Also, another reason why I'm late to have this out, because I had the last episode scheduled on Monday. It wasn't due to release until Wednesday. So I was 2 days, I was really 4 days ahead. But Assassin's Creed Shadows came out, so I kind of delayed that. That's my fault. I'm having a lot of fun with that. Iyo and Bianca up to the top. Spanish fly, and Iyo nails it. The crowd going crazy for Iyo and Bianca. Iyo teeing up. Moonsault lands it. This could be the match. It's a 2 count. I don't know how Bianca kicked out of that. Here's something I will add. Somebody, elbow drop. Somebody said that they'd been looking for somebody like Murph. And splash on Bianca. Iyo just doing whatever she can. Looking for somebody like Murph since, I guess, he retired from Universe Mode. In my opinion, the greatest Universe Mode creator. Nobody will ever match up to Murph in his creativity, in my opinion. But somebody said that, you know, I was like, not really the new Murph, but like to them I was. And that really made me feel something. Like I said, I appreciate the love and support y'all have given me. I have to explain to my son that I make YouTube videos, and he's like, "You do? What do you mean?" And I'll get on WWE 2K25, and he'll be like, "Can we play? Are we playing?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm recording." Huge knee strikes to Bianca Belair here. What a match these two women are giving us. The first matchup of the night. And Iyo going for that moonsault again. Bianca gets out of the way. Bianca Irish whip into the ref. I think she was a little bit confused there. Iyo reversing. Looks like Bianca's going for the kiss of death. And Iyo kicks out. Both of these women going toe-to-toe this evening. Bianca running power slam on Iyo. Power bomb, a pickup power bomb by Bianca there. You think Bianca was tired, but au contraire. And Iyo gets out of the way, able to kick her down. Now she's going for a roll-up. And Iyo able to escape from Bianca Belair and advances in the Queen of the Ring tournament. My goodness, what a showing. What effort from Iyo Sky there. Barely escaped from that braid. It was my first attempt doing so, mind you. And then we also have a King of the Wing. We have a King of the Wing qualifying match here. On to the semifinal round. We have Trick Williams I did have a speech impediment when I was younger, so Trick Williams facing Drew McIntyre tonight. Winner will advance to the final 8 on the Raw side. And I really love Universe Mode being able to give you that kind of option for an advancing tournament. If you didn't know, the final 8 on both sides of the bracket can be put in King and Queen of the Ring, and then the winners of each match are automatically scheduled in further matches later on in the PLE. So you don't have to go into Play Now and do a tournament. You can do it within Universe Mode. An excellent quality of life feature. Now, if they just include a damn draft, am I right? And fix the belts. They ugly as shit. And Trick Williams out here looking to punch his ticket to that final 8. We'll see what happens, but the Scottish psychopath is not one to be dealt with, especially when it comes to serious matters like this. He might be a little grumpy wumpy. And I know Drew McIntyre's entrance is outdated. I keep forgetting to change it. That's on me. Oh well. You got the sword. I low-key hate it, but it is what it is, right? I'm going to change it ASAP because I keep forgetting. And Drew McIntyre, a little bit grumpy wumpy. He said in a backstage interview earlier this week that Trick was not ready for the big times and that he should be prepared because Cody Rhodes is a dictator who likes to hold on to gold around here. Not kind words for Cody, of course. Not really a fan of Cody Rhodes or the Bloodline or CM Punk or Seth Rollins or really anybody because Drew likes to think he's the soothsayer of words. Truth comes paramount when he strikes the sword or something like that. Something wise and witty from the Scottish psychopath as he listens to the boos as he enters the ring, pointing at Trick Williams, basically saying, "You're next, but less dramatic than Goldberg." Also, the New Age or Newcomer DLC pack drops May 14th. That's on my birthday, so it's pretty cool. So Stephanie Valkyia and Julia, very excited for that. And Drew getting off to a fast start, shoulder tackling Trick Williams. The effort and power. Oh my goodness, and Trick just knocks him down with a one-punch KO. In all honesty, this is going to be a physical match. Trick Williams, a very strong, very agile athlete, and Drew McIntyre both just a little bit more demented. And Trick Williams with the cheap shot. He knows what this match means to his career. Hip toss by Trick Williams. It hasn't specifically been announced yet, but the losers of the King of the Ring tournament, the ones who are eliminated early, will be put in an elimination match for the #1 contendership for Bron Breakker's IC title, sticking and jabbing. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And these two men are just going to beat the hell out of each other. So regardless, if Drew McIntyre loses, he's in an IC qualifying match. If Trick Williams loses, he's in an IC qualifying match. I believe this is an absolute win for both gentlemen. Albeit maybe disappointing for both of them. And Drew just pummeling Trick Williams. Jeez. Drew McIntyre going up to the top rope. Something foreign to him. Elbow drop. Going for the pin again. And Trick able to kick out again. And roll up from Trick. A little possum pin. Lets it go. Clothesline outside of the ring. Trick Williams. Huge, huge star in NXT. Obviously huge feuds with Carmelo Hayes. There wasn't much left for Trick to do besides up. What is this? Jacob Fatu interfering in this qualifying match. I mean, he took out Devon Dudley. Solo Sikoa said, hey, you didn't believe me. We're going to show you. Jacob Fatu chair strike to Trick Williams. And Charles Robinson has gone blind. He has an 1,000-yard stare. He might be working for the Bloodline. Is Charles Robinson working for the Bloodline? My goodness. And an immediate kick out, showing the resiliency from Trick Williams. But what the hell is Jacob Fatu doing? Is he just causing chaos across the board tonight? Because the Bloodline is just not playing around anymore, I guess, with Shawn Michaels. Tope on Trick Williams outside of the ring. And it's not enough to keep Trick Willie down. He said, hey, that's on me. What a match these two are putting on right now. Banger after banger. That's what this universe mode is about. Spinning powerbomb to the side of the apron. Like, I think my analytics said we had like 15,000 views. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. Thank y'all again. Drew going for the headbutt. Not enough. And that's going to put the exclamation point on Drew McIntyre's sword. What the hell? Drew kicked out at 1. And Trick trying to go toe-to-toe. Headbutt. Trick reverses. He knows what that glass cow kiss means. Irish whip reversing. Trick Williams pop-up uppercut. And that is going to do it for the Scottish Psychopath. Blood and all, underestimating Trick Willie. And now Trick William advances to the final 4. Final 8. Final 4. You know what? He advances to the King of the Ring PLE. How about that? My brain was not working there. And now we have another King of the Ring qualifying match. Carmelo Hayes versus AJ Styles. Bron Breakker saying, whether y'all believe it or not, Melo deserves a shot. I don't believe a word Cody said. And now for our main event, we have Bubba and the War Raiders against the Bloodline. Devon Dudley has been ruled out as he was attacked backstage. This is now officially a 6-man tag match, spelling maybe more implications for Clash of the Castle as it gets closer. And Carmelo Hayes looking to prove that he's him after the words Cody Rhodes spoke to him, pulled on his heartstrings a little bit. He might be a little antagonizing, but he's here to advance to the King of the Ring PLE. If he wins this match, though, he's got a tough road ahead against Obafemi. Now, my biggest question is AJ Styles' old theme music in this game, because I'm low-key sick of Def Rebel slop. You don't want none. Like, I don't even hate the theme song. I just think the You Don't Want None really sets the tone for how shitty Def Rebel is. Like, I just think of Charlotte Flair's theme song, like the da-da-da-da, like infinitely better than anything she has now. Just, it's Tiffy time. I feel like that's okay because, like, I like hearing it's Tiffy time. But I need to check to see if his other theme is in the game. I highly doubt it. But AJ Styles is a man that Carmelo Hayes cannot mess around with. AJ Styles, let me tell you what, this man's a menace in this game. He is a menace in this game. I had a match with him in it. It's going to be on a later episode of SmackDown. I had to re-record that thing, I think 10 or 15 times because he kept winning via submission. That's not a joke. Not an exaggeration. This man will make you tap. Carmelo Hayes. AJ Styles, something a little bit different here. Carmelo Hayes, third person. Oh my goodness, I don't think I got the distance down on that one. Struggling going toe-to-toe. I wanted to try out the third person camera, and since we've been so mellow as of late, I thought, why not give it a try with him? Springboard crossbody from Carmelo Hayes. Stomping on AJ Styles' head. He wants to win King of the Ring. He wants to prove to Cody Rhodes he has what it takes to face him. However, Obafemi stands in the way, but if not, Bron Breakker has issued a challenge to him. We'll see if that sticks. We'll see if the circumstances play out in a way that allows Carmelo Hayes to take advantage of that IC title shot. Now you see the technical wrestling skills of AJ Styles that make him one of the best, if not the best in the world, even at his age. Crazy to think that he debuted in 2016 and that was almost 10 years ago. I don't believe it. You can't tell me otherwise. Going for the pin early on. A 1 count and not enough for Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo Hayes, like Trick Williams, springboard missile dropkick missing, super kick like Trick Williams. Carmelo Hayes, a huge star in NXT. He's had some high-profile matches, some high-profile backstage segments. Again, springboard crossbody missing and just going for that chop block low. That's redundant. The chop block is low. But he hasn't been granted any significant opportunities. If I'm being honest, I don't think his booking in real life has been adequate. He's a man with a lot of talent. Roll up. He has not been utilized, in my opinion, correctly. Crossbody, Carmelo Hayes catches him. Drops him on the apron. Now kicking in the head of AJ Styles. Springboard moonsault. That's not even a springboard. That's off the apron. Carmelo with the splash. Now just going to work on AJ Styles from the air. Putting him back into the ring, hoping to cap it off. And Carmelo Hayes just misjudges the distance. That's on me. I have no depth perception. AJ Styles losing the striking advantage here. Carmelo Hayes fiending, has a hunger to advance. He needs to advance to see where he's at in his career. Carmelo Hayes bicycle kick. Code breaker going for the pin. And AJ kicks out. Is just not going to be enough right now. And Melo might be going for it, but Melo don't miss into the power bomb. AJ Styles was looking to go for a Styles clash, but it looks like no. AJ's continuing to reverse every little thing that comes his way. AJ just out of stamina there. I think his age might be catching up to him a little bit. Carmelo Hayes clothesline. And AJ reversing yet again. Both of these men desperate to get to the next round, and that cutter might be it. And Hayes beats AJ Styles and advances to the King of the Ring PLE. This is going to be a sticky situation for Hayes. He's got to walk through Obafemi, and I personally, I do not think that anybody is walking through Obafemi. He's on fire the way he dealt with Bronson Reed. My goodness. And now for your main events, it's Bubba Ray Dudley. Viking Raiders versus the Bloodline. You see it, Obafemi, Carmelo Hayes, Kevin Owens, and Trick Williams. Believe me, Oba, I need to beat you. I need to earn it. I can't beat him without proving myself to the world. I have to go through you, whatever it takes. And Bubba Ray Dudley, obviously furious with the Bloodline. The ruler isn't a fancy title. It's a declaration of nobility, war, and an acknowledgement of my capabilities. You and I both know you can't beat me. Bubba Ray Dudley obviously furious with what happened to Devon Dudley, hoping to make the Bloodline pay. But the War Raiders stepping in to crush the Bloodline, hopefully, and not get them in power. We saw what this was like on SmackDown when Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa just ran roughhouse through everybody. It's not a pretty sight. And if at any point I call these guys the Viking Raiders, I'm so sorry. That Vince McMahon dribble is still in my mind. I still remember when they were the Viking Experience, but now we're back to war. The War Raiders, the Raw Tag Team Champions. Eric and Ivar. Those belts do look pretty in game, though. Look way better than the Undisputed Championship. I'll give them that. Shawn Michaels, Fatu versus McIntyre versus Uso versus Styles versus Reed. 5-man elimination match. Winner gets an IC shot at Clash of the Castle. So, Shawn Michaels said last week that you couldn't bully your way into anything. And now the Bloodline's doing exactly that. So, I don't know what's up with Shawn Michaels here. I have no idea why he's contradicting himself. Has he been a great GM so far? Obviously not. A part of me thinks he has no idea what he's doing. Why is that belt strap, part of that belt strap on? And now the Bloodline. Not the OG Bloodline, but this new faction, this more dangerous, sinister faction that'll just take you out just for breathing. It's coming out. Of course, Jacob Fatu is not a part of this match. Solo Sikoa told him backstage to stay in the back after this entrance. I don't know why he's following him for the ring. I had to get an entrance with all four of them because there's no trio entrance from my... I have to check it. I don't know. But Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu in that IC Contenders match. Of course, Solo was complaining last week that Jacob was not in it. Maybe Shawn Michaels is giving in to terrorist demands after they took out Devon Dudley and injected themselves in the world title picture almost immediately. Maybe that's why. But I don't know. Maybe trying to cool the steam a little bit. They said, okay, you want to take out Devon? We'll give you an IC title match. Don't do anything else stupid. Okay? But hopefully this means, in my estimation, that the Bloodline is not a part of the world title picture. I don't want that. Nobody does. They should be public enemy #1 on the world's terrorist map. Jacob Fatu alone That man's a menace. He's a monster. And you see Devon over there, outside in spirit. Tornado tag team match. Bubba Ray Dudley with the clothesline. This is just going to be a chaotic match, folks. I don't know where my commentary is going to go. Probably to hell, considering that's what this match is. So far, the majority of the Bloodline in control, in charge. Cutter from the rope from Tama Tonga. Now Bubba Ray Dudley just trying to do a solo Sikoa pile driver. His disdain for him after what happened to Bubba Ray Dudley. Splash from Ivar. And now Bubba Ray, Eric, and Ivar, they're in control. Baseball bats and the head just chunked it at him like a can of beer. Now Ivar going outside the ring, huge clothesline. And Eric over there just absolutely devastating Tonga Loa with a baseball bat. Irish whip. German suplex. Oh my goodness. And Ivar accidentally hits Bubba Ray Dudley over the head with a steel chair. Bubba Ray obviously not a fan of that. And the champs and the Dudley are in control of this match. Look at that tag team effort right there. Bubba Ray suicide dive to Tonga Loa, and the Bloodline currently in shambles. And Solo's busted open. He's got blood on the floor. Ivar. That is good night for Tonga. Ivar suicide dive to Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline just cannot get a foothold in this. Their over-aggression has not paid off. Unless you're Jacob Fatu. Spinning heel kick from Ivar there. Wanting to put Tama Tonga on that table. And he does. What's Ivar doing? Ivar to the top rope. Splash! The announcer's table is shattered. Oh my goodness. The agility and elevation of Ivar. And Tonga Loa falls apart again. That man is getting beat to hell. The Bloodline here looking far less intimidating than they wanted anybody else to believe. Baseball bat to the back of the head. I don't think the Bloodline's making it out of this alive. Because my goodness, Ivar is outside beating up Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa putting down Bubba Ray Dudley. And now the Bloodline has a little bit. There goes Ivar. And now the Bloodline has a small little spout of momentum. Can they do anything about it? And it's over just like that. Ivar putting every single one of their heads in the dirt. Modified back body drop into the neck breaker. Tonga Loa backbreaker to Eric. These men are going to war right now. on the outside of the ring. Cutter to Bubba Ray. Is that the match? And Bubba Ray Dudley gets pinned by Tama Tonga, and the Bloodline is going to win the match. What a short and sweet but bitter and cautious victory for the Bloodline. Unexpected, but they survive.